So I wanted to dive into this response on J. Cole talking about the Drake and Kendrick beef. For those of you who don't remember, J. Cole was initially involved in the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. It initially was supposed to be Drake and J. Cole versus Kendrick initially. Because what happened was Drake and J. Cole had a song. Kendrick then came out and was like, yo, basically fuck the big three. In the song, Drake and J. Cole were talking about the big three, which is basically Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole. So J. Cole and Drake are on the song. They say, hey, this is the big three. You know what I'm saying? We're the top guys in from our era. Kendrick comes out and says, fuck the big three, it's just Big Me, right? So the initial beef was between Kendrick, really Kendrick versus Drake and J. Cole in a sense. Like, look, we not the big three. Y'all not on my level. It's me, then it's y'all. You know what I'm saying? And it was initially supposed to be between them. Fast forward, J. Cole is not a confrontational type of person, right? J. Cole has always talked about positivity, love, which is a great thing. But at the same time, J. Cole has also always talked about how he's the greatest, how he's the king, because it's still hip hop. So when the whole thing happened, with this whole battle, Kendrick and Drake start going at it, and J. Cole kind of bowed out. He initially made a diss record and was like, yo, this is how I feel. And right after he did that, he takes the diss record down. So everybody was kind of like, bro, what? Like, come on now, you don't do that in hip hop. But he was like, you know what? I'm not going to do it. This is, they are my friends. I feel away, so I can't do that. If you have not seen that clip of like exactly what he did, and at his show, I'm gonna play that for y'all real quick. So let me drop that for y'all so y'all can kind of get a gist of like what was going on here. So this is J. Cole apologizing after he dropped the diss record about Kendrick.
Catalog and his greatness. I want to say right now tonight, how many people think Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest motherfuckers that ever touched a Dreamville, y'all love Kendrick Lamar, correct? As do I. So I just want to come up here and be like, publicly be like, bro, that was the lamest, like, goofiest shit. I say all that to say it made me feel like 10 years ago when I was moving incorrectly. And I pray that God align me back up on my purpose and on my path. You know what I mean? I pray that my really didn't feel no way. And if he did, I got my chin out. Take your best shot and take the chin, boy, do what you do. You know what I mean? Like, all good. Like, it's love. And I pray that y'all are like, forgive me for like the misstep and then I can get back to my true path. Because I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Past 2 days felt terrible. Like, it let me know how good I've been sleeping for the past 10 years.
All right. So with that being said, let me fix this camera. All right. So with that being said, I want to really dive into that, bro, because for one, I feel like, you don't do that in hip hop. I hear where you're coming from. Oh, well, I'm a fan of him. That's my dog. Whatever, whatever. But you cannot come out and be like, yo, I'm the best. Fuck these niggas. I'm the king. I'm the king. They can't, whatever, whatever. In all these freestyles, in all these songs, that then when somebody challenge you, it's, oh no, that's my friend. I'm not gonna do that. I don't know. That never sit well. That never sat well with me as a hip hop fan, right? So, there was the whole thing, and then there was, different little things that was said about Drake, and nothing was said that was kind of direct, but it was like little subliminals here and there, whatever the case may be. So he finally comes out. He doesn't speak a lot about it. This is just a small clip of what was actually said, but he finally comes out and he speaks on it. This is what he had to say.
I mean, is that still on your mind now with the fall off? Like out this big three? It's like you've had your relationships with Kendrick and Drake stretch back years. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is it's like with you guys now.
I mean, first of all, those is dudes that I admire these dudes. I got genuine love for these dudes. Like, I hate to see the world on either one of them in defense of the other. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, that is, even saying it out loud is a little silly.
Well, at the end of the day, I'm glad you made the decision that was right for you.
Appreciate it.
You know what I mean? That like you feel good and you could sleep well at night.
It's the type of stuff that like I think about.
I mean, is that still on your mind now with the fall off? Like out this?
Yeah, I mean, so again, it was just a little clip of it, but I think the full interview should be out right now on Apple Music. But like I said, I mean, I hear where he's coming from, and I respect it. On one side of me goes and says, I respect where you're coming from. That's dope. Very positive. I hear where you at with it. That's what's up. Right? Good-hearted dude. You could tell J. Cole's a good person. The other side of me goes, then stop coming out talking about how you the king. Stop coming out talking about how you the GOAT. Stop coming out talking about, don't have those type of bars in your raps. Don't. That's the equivalent of a basketball player saying, I'm the best, can't nobody fuck with me, it is what it is. Then he gets challenged to a one-on-one, and it's like, nah, that's my homie, I don't want to do that. It's like, bro, this is just a sport. It's a sport, bro. So what it ultimately looks like is you scared, bro. You're scared. Again, to me, out of those three, bar for bar, song for song, J. Cole is third on that list. Out of those three, I'm going to say this again. Out of those three, bar for bar, song for song, J. Cole is third on that list. If you're going to talk about songs and hits, whether you like them or you dislike them, you have to go with Drake. If you're going to talk about hits, because people love to be like, oh, Drake don't write his own song. If you're going to talk about hits, if you're going to talk about songs, if you're going to talk about who's being played the most, who is the biggest, because of the songs, as a catalog, Drake is untouchable. They can't even, not even close to Drake. So Drake is always going to be number one. And to me, I've said this plenty of times, Drake, to me, as an artist, an overall artist, is number one out of everybody. You know what I'm saying? To me, I go for consistency. I go for hit records. I go for who had the biggest song every year since they came out. And it was not Kendrick. It was not J. Cole. Ever since Drake came out, people love to get in the comments, oh, bro, you a Drake stan. You this. No, bro. I give credit where credit is due. The fact of the matter is, since he came out in 07, 08, when he really dropped, which was like 08, 09, from that point, every single year, he's had the biggest songs every single year, right? Don't argue with me. I'm talking about what the numbers say. You could say, oh, well, he's corny. Oh, he doesn't write his own raps. Oh, well, he's fake. Oh, well, he's this. Who had the biggest songs every single year since they came out nonstop? Who else is there? From starting point to current day, who's had number one hits every single year? Not just number one hits, but the songs of the year. It's always been Drake, so I have to go with Drake. Lyrically, if you're talking about backpack wise, if you're talking about Metaphors, if you're talking about hip hop, I'm gonna go with Kendrick. I'm gonna go with Kendrick. If you're talking about just rap, I'm gonna go with Kendrick. And then J. Cole. J. Cole is nice as hell. I'm not gonna make it seem like he's not nice, because he is. That's J. Cole. But J. Cole to me is not over Kendrick nor Drake. So what I'm getting at is that I hear all the positivity shit. I hear him coming out saying, oh, well, I love those guys and this and that. I hear all of that. But in the sport of hip hop, in the sport of rap, stop talking about how you're the best and you're this. But then when someone challenges you, all of a sudden, oh, that's my friend. Oh, those are my buddies. You could have did it in a playful way. But what I truly believe was, you know, you can't hang with neither one of them. Not to say you're not nice, but you can't hang with neither one of them like that. You know what I'm saying? On whatever that looks. If it's hits records, you can't hang with Drake. If it's metaphors, you cannot hang with Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? But J. Cole is that number 3 spot for sure when it comes to their class, for sure. Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, everybody else. And everybody else being who was, let me see who was coming out in that class of like, who came out in the same rap class as Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole. Let's see who was out at that time. Let me see. So 2000, it's not just giving me a list. I thought it would just give me a list. Let me see. Who are the top rappers from? Who was in the class of rappers of new rappers when Drake came out? Let's see. Let me see. Okay. I don't know why it's not. It's usually would just give me a list. But nevertheless, what rappers influenced by Drake? Who are the 13? It's not. It's not really giving me a list, but I believe it was at least the bigger names outside of Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole. There was Big Sean. There was Wiz Khalifa. Those were the names that stood, and there were some other ones, but I'm talking about as far as the top people that was right there. So again, they are the big 3. They are the top 3 rappers of that time. It is what it is, but me personally, I got Drake at number 1, I got Kendrick at number 2, and I got J. Cole at number 3. Fact of the matter is, I feel like J. Cole was scared to rap against those two because he knows those two are a little bigger than him. But J. Cole still holds his own weight. You know, he does. But the fact of the matter is, those two are bigger than J. Cole across the board. I'm talking about hits wise. I'm talking about lyrically. But J. Cole is one of those guys too. Let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Again, this is my opinion. But yeah, I hear where J. Cole is coming from. I respect it. I respect the positivity. My only thing that I would say is stop coming out talking about how you the GOAT then. Every time you drop, stop talking about how they can't fuck with you. And no, they can't. That's why you didn't say nothing. Right? Let's be clear. Like, just come out with great songs. But don't come out like I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the GOAT, they can't fuck with me, I'm this, I'm that. And then niggas say, well shit, what's up then? And you like, oh, nah, man, you my homie. What are you talking about, bro? That's weird. That's weird. So it is what it is, man. Let me know how y'all feel about it. Get in them comments. Let me know what's up. And I look forward to watching the full interview and kind of seeing what he's talking about with this new album, which to me was okay. It was okay. I'm not a big fan of J. Cole albums as a whole, but I respect it. I respect J. Cole as an artist. As always, man, I appreciate the love and support. I'll catch you on the next one.